Hello, and welcome back to a new episode of the 6 a.m. Club where we start our day inspired. And today's inspiration, it's coming from this quote that I read the other day that says, "A life well lived isn't defined by achievements, but by the impact you make on others." Take a deep breath with me and let that sink in. Because in today's world, it's so easy to get caught up in the race. We chase the next milestone, the next title, the next win. We set goals, we check boxes, and we often equate living well with achieving more. But here's the thing. When we look back at the end of our lives, it won't be the number of awards or promotions or followers that we'll remember most. It will be the people, the connections, the moments, the lives we touch. Think about this. Who are the people who've left the deepest impact on you? Maybe it was a mentor who saw your potential before even you knew it was there. Maybe it was your grandparent who told you stories that helped shape your values. Maybe it was a friend who showed up just the right way, or someone who listened, really listened, when you needed to be heard. I bet what made them impactful wasn't what they had achieved or the impressive resumes. It was that they were present, kind, steady, encouraging, and real. That's what people remember. Not how fast you run, but how deeply you care. Not how much you achieve, but how much you gave. Not the job you held, but the hands you held through hard seasons. So here's my question for you this morning. What kind of impact do you want to have? Not someday, but today. Because we don't have to wait for a big stage or a huge platform to make an impact. We make impact in the way we greet our family in the morning, in how we respond to the barista at the coffee shop, in the way we listen, like really listen to someone who's feeling overwhelmed, in the encouragement we offer to a colleague who's struggling quietly. Is those tiny choices, those ordinary moments that stack up into an extraordinary life. Let me tell you a quick story. I once worked for a woman who wasn't in a leadership role. She didn't have a fancy title. She didn't seek the spotlight, but she led in the most meaningful way, by the way she made people feel. She remembered birthdays. She wrote the kindest handwritten notes. She brought people together when tension ran high. She saw people, like really noticed people. She cared. Years later, people still talk about her, not because of what she accomplished on paper, but because how she made them feel seen and valued and supported. That's impact. And here's what's powerful. You have that same ability right now. You don't need to wait to be in charge. You don't need a certification or a permission. You just need intention. So I want to challenge you this morning with 3 simple questions. Question number 1. Who can I encourage today? Someone in your life needs a kind word, a reminder that they're not alone. Who is that person for you today? Who is that person that you are going to encourage today? Question number 2. Where can I be more present? Whether it's with your team, with your family, or even with the cashier at the grocery store. And question number 3. What ripple do I want to create? Because let me tell you this, impact doesn't just land in the moment. It continues. It ripples outwards in ways that we may not even see. Let me be clear, achievements aren't bad. I'm a big believer in dreaming big, in setting goals, in striving for excellence. But it's the how that matters, the why behind our work, and the who we lift up by doing what we do. So today, as you go about your routine, maybe commuting, maybe working out, or prepping for the day ahead, ask yourself this. What would it look like to focus less on doing more and more on being more? Let me repeat that one more time. What would it look like to focus less on doing more and focus more on being more? More kind, more generous, more intentional, more present, more impactful. Because here's the truth. We won't be remembered for the emails that we sent or the meetings that we led or the projects that we manage. We'll be remembered for how we made people feel. And that is something you can choose to do starting now. So go out there and make someone's day better. Be the reason someone feels seen, heard, and encouraged. And trust that more than any award or accomplishment is what a life well lived is truly made of. Thank you so much for sharing your morning with me today. I will be back next time with more inspiration to start your weekend. But until then, keep leading yourself forward. Have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you in another episode of the 6 a.m. Club.